Hey guys, just do a little in-process video. I figured I got the mustache bar taken apart, the rear engine mount brackets. The bumper is off and was able to go see what we got for damage. As you can kind of see, that's where one bolt goes to hold the bumper bracket, and the other one goes right here. And after I took that piece off of there and that away, these are the two holes right here. You see the stock on the inside that support the engine, and it's pretty good. You know, there was nothing holding it, just a piece of sheet metal, and it wasn't even welded in. It was just sitting in there. Just pretty much covered up the area. I think the idea was to try to come off these two bolts, and that'll support the piece of metal to support these two bolts. And again, it didn't fare very well. So that's kind of what the before look is. You know, I didn't cut anything away, but what I did do is took some cardboard. Oh, you want to see the piece that came out? Where is it? That's what was in there. As I said, no welding required, I guess, to hold your frame together. So, out with the old, and we're gonna go about improving on this a little bit. So I took a piece of cardboard and made my template to match the outer section of the rail, which is going to be that part right there. That will fit. One-handed does not make it easy. Anyway, so that's going to go suck us up to good metal pretty much all the way around. So I'm going to cut out, probably leave a ½ inch on the back side. I may leave a little bit more if it's thicker. I'll tell you why in a minute. But I'll put this side in, and then I got to hang the bracket back on for the bumper with the other hole. I got to make a plate for this one yet too. And got to finalize where these two bolts need to be, nut and bolts, and then I got to weld it from the back side. So it's, I know where it's, because you're not going to be able to access this. And then the last piece, I have to make a panel that goes across that back section right there. So that was already made out of metal, and there's that bolt I'm talking about. This is the bottom side, so that you'll be able to take the bolt back out, but I have to weld that nut, and there's not going to be any access to it. So while it's half built, I have to figure out where my location is, weld that stuff up, and then I can weld the other plate on here. And that guy, oh, the bolt's gonna screw me up right now. It's gonna go in something like that. My lighting sucks. So I still have to cut all the old metal out of there yet, but you get the idea. So that'll be the one half of the rail. And then the reason why I'm doing it like this, by the way, half at a time, I'm trying to maintain this location for the engine mount. I don't want it to move. So that's why I'm going to cut away. These are going to stay here, these two pieces. I could put the my new plate on, and I could tack it from the front side, and then when I remove the back side, when I make this one, then I can just weld right around them from the back side, and that'll be my location. I'll put the bolts through with the bracket, and you know, what am I trying to say here? I'll weld it again from this side too when I locate the other two holes. You'll see. Or I'll see. Somebody will see. But that's where it is, and I figure I start with the stuff that's most detrimental to its health first, and that I would definitely say is the fact that your engine can fall out. Might be a slight issue. That's my my get up for holding it. And these are the brackets that hold up the engine, and they have to slip over the rail, and that's your holes for it. And it does sit on an angle too. So let's see what it's made with. All right, I bought it a couple years ago. It's a Harbor Freight, like 3-in-1. It's good for like, I think it's 18 gauge or 20 gauge. It's not much at all, 20 gauge. But believe it or not, it's good for the cardboard. You put your marks on where you want to shape and model the patches of the cardboard. And I use that for trimming it and getting nice straight lines on the piece that you want to make. And you can fold the cardboard on this thing too. You got, there's your brake. There's a shear down here. And then up top there's a set of rollers. But that's how the cardboard was made. On another machine I'm going to show you, I made this bend. And then this one, I couldn't catch the edge of it, so I wasn't able to bend it in the other machine. So what I did was I started it on here, then went over to the vise, rolled it over the rest of the way. And at that point it was kind of lumpy, but then I stuck it in this machine, which is this guy. This is a homemade brake, and there's a video on it somewhere. But anyway, it goes up and down. It's made out of a screw, and oh yeah, talk about trying to have dexterity, right? Guys, I was just like, put the camera down, will you? Just grab the stupid thing. No, it's a matter of principle right now. Anyway, there we go. So that goes there like that, and then it's got a drill to power it up and down. See it? It's that electric impact gun, and that goes to a screw. There's a 3/4 drive socket welded on backwards to another socket that drives that square. Hiccup. Yeah, man. Anyway, so what that does is that it's got angle on top and bottom. You run that down and then you run it up, and that's what gives you your bends. And then what I did was I just flipped it over and I hit the top one, stuck it in like that, and it just trued up the other edge. So this is a 14 gauge, by the way. It's the same as what the bus was made out of. I have to watch my thickness. I wanted to make it out of 1/8, but I can't build it up too fat because there's a bunch of stuff that it has to slip over, and you got a little bit of fudge room, but not too much. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.